Step outside and the air cuts like metal. Every breath leaves a silver mist that freezes before it falls. At 32 degrees below 0 Celsius, about 25 below 0 Fahrenheit, even silence feels heavy, like the sky itself is holding its breath. Your eyelashes frost. Your scarf crackles with ice. This isn't winter anymore, it's another world. And yet, someone sleeps here. No fire, no heater, just snow stillness and an old wisdom carved by generations. While the world hides from the cold, they rest in it calm, steady, alive. By the end, you'll know how warmth survives, where even fire cannot. Snow, cold, fragile, fleeting. You wouldn't think it could keep you alive, but for the Inuit, it's the perfect material for warmth. They take what freezes the rest of us and turn it into shelter, a living vault of snow shaped by patience and instinct. Each block is carved from the hard-packed drifts beneath their feet. Smooth edges, perfect angles. One by one they spiral upward, each layer leaning slightly inward, locking tighter, stronger, until the dome supports itself. No beams, no nails. Just snow pressing against snow, held together by the cold. It sounds impossible, a house made from what melts, but inside, the world changes. The curved walls trap air, and air traps heat. The wind howls outside, yet inside, it softens, muffled by thousands of tiny air pockets. That's the secret. Snow isn't solid, it breathes. Those empty spaces act like nature's insulation, holding in every bit of warmth your body gives off. And when the firelight or an oil lamp flickers inside the walls, don't shine white. They glow blue like frozen glass, lit from within. For a moment, the Arctic turns gentle. The air feels still. The snow hums with quiet life. It's not just a structure. It's balance, cold against warm, pressure against silence. A snow vault stronger than brick, built from the very thing that tries to kill you. Step inside, and the silence changes. The roar of the Arctic fades into a soft hum, like the world itself holding still. The air no longer cuts at cushions. Every sound is slower, here warmer. You can hear breathing calm and steady. You can hear frost shifting, whispering as it rebuilds the walls around you. No furnace humming, no wires buzzing. Just people, just warmth. With only 3 heartbeats sharing this dome, the cold begins to surrender. The air thickens, gathering life. Each exhale drifts upward, carrying warmth and moisture into the curved ceiling where the snow quietly absorbs it. Then, as temperatures shift, that moisture freezes again, sealing the surface, strengthening it, reflecting more heat back down. What was once fragile becomes solid, almost alive. Outside, the air would freeze exposed skin in seconds. Inside, it climbs slowly to what you could almost call room temperature, around 40 degrees Fahrenheit, warmer than the world beyond. Humidity rises to just the right balance, not enough to melt, not enough to dry your lungs. Even carbon dioxide finds its rhythm escaping through the tiny vent overhead. The igloo breathes. Light dances through the walls, not white but soft blue. When an oil lamp flickers, the ice glows like stained glass, turning the snow chamber into a living lantern. The cold outside feels distant now, as if pushed back by every pulse, every breath. You feel the rhythm of survival body heat, weaving into architecture, physics, bending toward comfort. The storm still screams beyond, but here, it's quiet, almost tender. 3 people, 1 shelter, a world built from ice. And somehow it's warm. But how do they keep that warmth from slipping away? Every night inside the igloo, something remarkable happens. The walls made only of snow and breath begin to change. When the air inside grows warm from body heat and oil lamps, the inner surface starts to melt just a little. The smooth white frost turns slick alive, shifting under the faint orange glow. Then the cold returns. The warmth fades, and the thin layer of meltwater freezes again, sealing every tiny crack, tighter than before. The igloo doesn't just stand against the Arctic, it adapts to it. It breathes. It hardens. It becomes stronger with every night that passes. That's the quiet brilliance behind this frozen design. It may look fragile from the outside, but inside, it's a structure that learns to live and breathe with the cold. Each rise in temperature triggers a response melt refreeze seal, a feedback loop shaped not by machines, but by nature itself. It's like the shelter is alive, listening to its occupants, learning how to protect them better. And when the firelight hits those icy walls, they shimmer blue, silver, gold, as if the structure is exhaling light back into the darkness. Every night, the walls whisper and grow stronger. This is not just shelter, it's evolution built from snow, a balance between warmth and cold chaos, and order. No blueprint could design it better. No engineer could perfect it more. The Arctic does the work for them. Outside, the blizzard howls. Inside, silence breathes. The temperature might rise and fall, but the igloo always returns stronger. Its skin, now half ice, half memory. A living monument to survival reforged every single night. Out there in the frozen world, clothing isn't fashion, it's survival. Every layer counts, every stitch matters. The Inuit don't just wear coats, they wear the Arctic itself. They wear the wind inside out, fur turned inward for heat, outward for war. The inner layer made from caribou hide feels alive against the skin. Each hollow hair traps air, holding warmth the way a down jacket tries to imitate but never quite achieves. Sweat doesn't linger, it escapes through the fur before it can freeze. In the Arctic, staying dry means staying alive. Over that goes seal skin, dark and smooth, facing outward. It's waterproof, windproof, built by nature for the ocean and the storm. The oils in the hide repel water and ice better than any modern coating. You could say it's the original Gore-Tex, except it breathes. Modern hikers wrap themselves in plastic coats that trap heat and moisture alike, but the Inuit figured out balance centuries ago. Their clothing doesn't fight the cold, it cooperates with it. Layers shift, adjust, breathe. Too warm, loosen the ties. Too cold, tighten life itself. Every movement is part of a system, a rhythm between skin and snow. When the wind changes, they feel it instantly, and their clothing responds, flexing like muscle, alive to the temperature. Even the seams are stitched with sinew, natural thread, that swells when damp, sealing every edge tighter. It's more than insulation. It's intuition, a living thermostat that reacts to the land as surely as they do. While modern fabrics rely on machines, the Inuit rely on harmony with the wind, the ice, and the animal spirits woven into every fiber. No batteries, no zippers, just nature engineered through time. When the night settles deep into the Arctic, sleep isn't just rest, it's survival. The air outside could freeze exposed skin in seconds, but inside that small dome, the Inuit have built something that feels almost sacred, a cocoon of fur and silence. The sleeping bag is no modern gadget. It's built by hand layer upon layer, the outer made from seal skin, slick and dark, the same armor that keeps a seal warm beneath icy waves. Water can't enter, wind can't pass. The oils in the hide create a shield that stays flexible even when the cold turns everything else brittle. Inside that shell lies the secret caribou fur. Each hair is hollow, trapping pockets of air that hold warmth like invisible embers. The fur feels soft but dense, it breathes, it moves, it adjusts. Slide inside and the world outside fades away. No steel teeth to zip, no polyester crackling, only silence sealed by sinew. The stitching isn't synthetic. It's made from tendons that swell when damp sealing, tighter, stronger, smarter with each breath of moisture. Every sense slows down here. You feel the weight of the fur press gently over your shoulders, the muffled sound of your heartbeat echoing inside that cocoon. Even the air you exhale becomes part of the system, adding a touch of humidity that keeps the warmth steady through the long, dark hours. Outside, 32 degrees below zero. Inside this cocoon, 12 degrees above freezing. You can almost hear the numbers breathing the difference between death and comfort reduced to a few inches of fur. It's not luxury, it's knowledge generations of trial failure and quiet mastery. Wrapped in nature's engineering, the Inuit don't just survive the cold, they sleep through it. In the Arctic, warmth isn't just measured in degrees, it's measured in people. When the night turns to glass and even the stars seem frozen, the Inuit gather close, shoulder to shoulder, heartbeat to heartbeat, warmth multiplying. Inside the igloo, they sleep in clusters, parents, children, elders, all pressed close beneath layers of fur. The cold outside can't reach through that wall of shared breath. The air hums softly with life. You can hear the rhythm, slow breathing, the faint rustle of pelts, the soft cracking of a stone still holding its heat from the evening fire. The storm may rage beyond, but here, everything feels still. They place heated stones near their feet and core small anchors of warmth that pulse through the night. When the stones cool, the people's bodies take over. Skin against fur, fur against air against snow. Every inch of space matters. Every bit of heat counts. This isn't just survival, it's synchronization. The temperature rises not by flame, but by unity. A dozen bodies can lift the air inside by 40 degrees Fahrenheit, enough to turn death into comfort. And if one person leaves, the temperature drops, not just in the air, but in spirit. The Inuit have always understood this law of the Arctic warmth is not owned, it's shared. You give it, and it comes back stronger. They know that isolation kills faster than the cold, so they lean closer and live. Outside, the wind howls against the dome, clawing for entry. Inside, breath fogs the air, drifting upward like ghostly smoke, then freezing into tiny crystals that glint red in the lamp's light. For a moment, the igloo feels like a heart beating, breathing alive. No firewood, no electricity, just warmth, created by people themselves. Out here in a place where the air itself bites the Inuit, carry a secret most of us forget: peace. Not the kind that comes from comfort, but the kind that comes from understanding. They greet the cold like an old friend, respected, not feared. For them, the Arctic isn't an enemy to conquer, it's a teacher. Each breath of icy air reminds them how small a human truly is and how powerful calm can be. They've learned that panic wastes warmth, that fear makes the cold colder, so they move slowly. They breathe deeply. They laugh often, even when their eyelashes are frozen white. At night, stories ripple through the igloos. Tales of hunters who once fell asleep during a blizzard and woke up in spring. Jokes about men who feared the wind only to find it carried them home. The laughter isn't just humor, it's medicine. Every chuckle keeps the blood flowing. Every shared smile melts a bit of the frost on the soul. And maybe that's why they rest easier than we do. Because when you stop fighting the cold, you learn to listen to it. You hear its rhythm, its honesty. The cold doesn't lie, it strips away what's unnecessary until only truth remains. The Inuit understand something we've long forgotten in our heated homes and electric lights. Warmth isn't the absence of cold, it's the presence of stillness. To survive here, you don't resist nature, you join it. Out on the tundra, the stars burn sharper, the silence rings deeper, and the people, they endure, not through defiance but through grace. They let the world be what it is, frozen, vast, and alive, and somehow in that stillness they find warmth. In the end, warmth was never about comfort. It was about connection. The Inuit don't chase heat, they build it piece by piece through trust, rhythm, and balance with the world that tries to freeze them. Their shelters, their clothes, their laughter, none of it came from luxury. It came from understanding. Understanding that warmth isn't a thing you buy or a switch you flip. It's something you create together. Each breath shared inside an igloo, each story told in the dark, each layer of snow stacked by hand. All of it is proof that survival isn't resistance. It's cooperation. They don't fight nature. They flow with it. Warmth isn't a product. It's a relationship with nature, with people. And that's the quiet truth, hiding inside every frozen night. That human warmth, the one built from closeness and care, outlasts any fire. It doesn't fade when the embers die. It lingers in the air in memory, in the rhythm of breath against the cold. So, next time you step into the cold, remember, warmth can be built.